Good afternoon. In our last lecture, we covered the area of motivation, and we started with the introductory areas of motivation, and we started with a very important theory of motivation, which actually is considered to be a benchmark in employee motivation theory, the theory of need hierarchy by Abraham Maslow. We discussed it at length in our previous video lecture. Today, we shall continue with that particular, the series of the other theories related to the work motivation and employee motivation. So, as usually, we have a PowerPoint presentation to share with you. Here we are. We shall continue with the same topic, motivation. It's a third chapter. So we need to have the multiple sessions on this topic. Just to have a brief recollection, in the last class, we talked about the three various approaches of traditional human relations and human behavioral varieties. And we talked about this model, Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of need, that provides us a very clear insight that what are the factors that will provide us the enough motivation, and if they are properly implemented in the workplace, they're definitely the employees will be feeling motivated. Now, obviously, you can see from the year of postulation of this theory, 1943, obviously, lots of time have gone by. That's why there have been many modifications, many upgradation in the organizational behavioral theory, which we will try to understand the journey actually starting from this model, but this model is definitely a benchmark. This is the model. The next model, again, this is having the reference to the particular model of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This model is known as, or the theory is known as ERG theory by Alderfer. The full name is Clayton Alderfer. Now, this ERG is basically an abbreviation. Abbreviation of what? Three types of needs of the human being, and so as the employees. What are those three needs? First one is the existence need. Second one is the relatedness need, and the third one is the growth need. Definitely, we can link it with our previous model of Maslow. Existence is the first concern for each and every human being, like the physiological needs, like the social needs, and like the safety and security needs. So existence is a vital thing. Social need will not come under actually the physiological as well as the security and safety needs. Social need will be aligned to this particular need of ERG theory, that is the relatedness need. And finally, the growth need, the two needs of higher orders or the hierarchies that we had discussed in case of Abraham Maslow, that is the self-esteem need, self-prestige need, as well as the self-actualization. So this way we can have a connection between the theory of Maslow and the theory of Alderfer, which is ERG theory. Now, according to this model of the theory, it has been stated that each of us is having the existence need. Many of us is having the relatedness need, and few of us are having the growth needs. So in an organization which is having multiple employees working, maybe thousands of employees are working, all will not have the growth needs. All will not have the relatedness need, but all will have the existence need. Each and every employee working in the organization wants to save their job, wants to get a good job with substantial salary, benefits, welfare advantages and all. And most importantly, they want to have a security on their job. They want to continue with their job for a considerable period of time. So this is the existence need. Second one will be the relatedness need. Definitely it indicates the relationship. According to the Maslow's model, it was a generalized view of the relationship, the social need, belongingness need, family need, like that. But in case of the ERG theory, Alderfer says that in the context of organization, the employees also needs to have a certain relatedness. Maybe the relationship between the colleagues, the interdepartmental relationship, the intra-departmental relationship between the management and the employees, relationship between the management and trade unions. So all kind of relationship and relatedness actually play the vital role according to the human resource theory. So the management should be careful about maintaining the proper relationship within the organization as well. And not all, not few as well, but a handful of people only will have the growth needs. And they will definitely try to grow, they will try to definitely excel in their profession. Now, how we can relate this theory to the managerial implication for any organization? In the context of any organizational operation, first of all, the management needs to be very, very careful. If 1,000 people are working, they have to identify through the behavioral scanning that who are the people who actually is having the growth needs. If identified properly, those people who are actually having the growth needs, maybe working at a bottom level, like the line staff, but still they can be identified, they can be selected, they can be groomed up, they can be developed to a level. Maybe that is the dream for them, the employees I am talking about, maybe the dream for them to reach that particular level. And if they are good enough, then it will be the benefit for the organization to keep them in certain higher levels as well. So this is the responsibility of the management to identify that who are having the growth needs. If identified properly, they can be reserved, they can be kept, and they can be nurtured, most important. Relatedness need, we have to see the who are the people who are actually having the relatedness need. Definitely, we have to apply the particular types of related relationship theories so that the bondage develops, and it is essential to keep those employees within the organization through the proper relationships and the bondages. And definitely existence needs will be equally applicable for all, means all should be provided with the rational or the substantial amount of the salary and benefits and the welfare advantages. But relatedness will be truth for not all, but few. So they have to be identified. And similarly, growth need will not be same for all, but still they have to be identified and they should be grown to the higher organizational levels. So this is the illustration of the ERG theory. If properly executed, definitely a person who is working at the bottom level as a line staff, if he can be identified to have the growth needs, and if he or she is nurtured in proper way, definitely one day he will be able to grow and he will serve the organization better. So this is the managerial implication of ERG theory. The next theory, which is largely connected to the Maslow's hierarchy need. I think when I was telling you about the Maslow's hierarchy need in the last lecture, I was telling about this particular model as well. Frederick Herzberg's two-factor theory. Two types of factors he had actually talked about. First one was the motivational factor or the motivating factor, and the second one was the hygiene factor. Hygiene factors are the essential needs, like these three needs in case of Maslow's model, or the existence needs in case of the ERG model. Get the good salary, to get the regular salary, to get the good incentive, to get it in proper way, in proper cycle. All these are the hygiene factors. If provided, the employees will be satisfied and happy. But motivation, for motivation, they have to have something extra. And what are those extra? There are three motivating factor actually. According to Herzberg, those three are, first of all, these hygiene factors are the basic elements as described by Maslow as well as the ERG theory. Like the good salary, benefits and all these things will contribute to the hygiene factors. And if they are provided in proper way to the employees will be very happy and satisfied, but they are not motivated. On the other hand, there are three sub-factors under this category of motivating factors. The factors are three basically. First of all, the responsibility. Although it's not written here, you must see it in your notes that I have sent to you. First of all, the these three motivating factors will be the responsibility. If an employee is given with the responsibility, definitely a person provided with the responsibility will be motivated, not happy, not satisfied. He will be motivated. He will feel proud that, okay, I am a person of importance. That's why I have been given it certain responsibility. This is the one of the motivating factors according to Herzberg's theory. Second motivating factor, responsibility is given, the job is well executed. Now it must be recognized by the superiors of the supervisor, immediate supervisor, or the superiors of the higher order. All should recognize the effort if properly done, definitely, if the work is properly executed. So this will be the second motivating factor, that is the recognition. And the third motivating factor will be the achievement. Okay. So the third motivating factor will be the achievement. So recognition, responsibility, recognition, and achievement, all these three things will be placed together to give us an idea that how these three motivating factors are actually contributing to the motivation of the employees. If we properly sequence them in order, actually it should come in the responsibility, achievement, and recognition, because first you are given with the responsibility, second you are achieving something, and the third one will be the recognition. So responsibility, achievement, and recognition. This is the right order actually. And if all these factors are being taken care of by the employer in the organization, the employee will be feeling motivated, not only happy, because he will be feeling proud. The pride factor will actually play the big role. So the motivation will come. First of all, give him the responsibility, he will act accordingly. Achievement, definitely allow him to achieve, and the third one will be the recognition of the achievement. So all these three factors will be essential to get the work motivation. Till this point of time, thank you very much. I shall continue with my next series of lectures. I shall continue with this chapter, work motivation. Till that point of time, thank you very much. Stay indoors and stay safe.